Hi everyone. Am I audible? Can I get a quick yes if I'm audible? All right, guys. So welcome in our product design workshop. This workshop will drive for 2 hours and it will absolutely decide which career path you will choose in the future. Now, before we start this product design workshop, let's understand some ground rules. Then we will start with what exactly we're gonna learn and everything. So the first rule is you have to turn on your camera. Whoever has this possibility, please turn on your camera because it will be just 2 hours of session. And in entire 2 hours, we need an entire attention as well. So whatever I will teach and whatever I will ask you, you have to be very attentive. So for that, please try to keep your cameras on. Now your mic will be muted throughout the session. After that, if you have any questions or anything that you want to ask, you can use your chat box. I can see the chat. I will address it. Third thing is, as this is a very strategic kind of topic, which is product design, you will understand what exactly it is and how important that is. So always keep a pen and paper, or if you use Notion or any other application, because you guys are smart, I guess. So probably most of you use digital note-taking apps, anything, be it Notion, be it any other note-taking apps. If you are using mobile phone, it's still okay, but for better visibility, you can switch to desktop. But even if you are using mobile screens, just open your whatever note-taking app is there. Fourth thing, and one of the important thing is, I will ask questions to you guys regarding whatever topic I will explain. So for anything and everything, whatever question I ask, please answer in the chat box because your interaction is most important thing. Whatever I am teaching you, whatever I will explain, if you can understand, the only option for me to know that is through chat. So please, whatever is there, write in the chat. There is no problem. Okay. Please keep a water bottle or whatever is there nearby. Don't take random breaks because again, this will be a so take random breaks. It's absolutely next is be attentive to this thing. And if possible, sit in a quiet room. I was seeing the chat when you guys have joined that many of you are joining. If the sound quality and everything is better, then it's absolutely all right. And the most important part, which was already told you, that a free bonus will be there for whoever will stay till the end. Some of you, I guess some people have asked, is it a free or what it is? So yes, it's absolutely free gift. But if you have to stay till the end, and to get that, we obviously have to fill the form because otherwise, how we can sell the gift? Because we need your email address or phone number, whatever is required. So these are the ground rules. So guys, is it clear? Very slow. What exactly? Should I make my delivery fast or what? Guys, is it clear? All right, fine. So today's agenda before yes. Hi. Before we start, let's understand one more important thing. When we talk about design, there is a lot of things based on the design. It can be graphic design, it can be UIS, it can be physical items like these kind of bottles or anything design. Design can be anything. Our today's focus is primarily based on UIS and product design. What exactly UIS and product design, we will understand it later on. But before that, I am giving you a short explanation. Whatever we discuss or whatever we do on the digital interface, like mobile or what's like desktop screen or iPad or whatever digital device we use, or maybe smartwatch can be there as well. Whatever digital device we use, all these things are part of UI UX or product design. So, in which we can interact mostly. So, these are today's topic. Now, we are expecting if you people as a non-designer or whoever is there as a UI UX designer. So, for that, I want to have an entire understanding what background you people have. So, can you quickly write the background, whatever background you have, like your industry or your years of experience? Can I get a quick those details in the chat box? Guys, quickly write in the chat box what background you have. Okay, graphic designer, student of English, language designer with experience of 10 years. Great. Product designer, language student, language student, BCA student, graphic design, 6 months of language design. Great. Creative, language student, DSA student. Okay. Graphic designer, video editor. Mhm. So I can see uh, it's a very diverse field you guys are coming here. Like from BSc to BCom to UI UX to product design. Many people are graphic design as well. Some of you are students as well, I guess. Great. So guys, before we start again, let's set an agenda that today's workshop is for people who are non-designer and whoever has a basic understanding or have experience in UI UX design. If you are already a product designer who has already worked in the industry for several years, I don't think this particular workshop can be a lot more beneficial for you because if you have the entire understanding of how the industry works, whatever we will discuss, then better not to waste your time here. And if you feel that, okay, this can be helpful or maybe we can learn something else in this particular workshop for the product design, even if you are already an existing product design, feel free to be here. Otherwise, if you feel that product design is something you already know because you are already a product designer, then definitely it will be a waste of time. So I'm just setting you today's agenda. First, we will understand who are these designers because as I can see, there are many people who are non-designer, many people who are graphic designers. So we will have a clear understanding who exactly UI designers are, and we will have a basic intro of product designer. Then we will have the understanding what exactly designer really does because many people, whoever in the industry or not in the industry, both the people many times have the very wrong understanding what exactly a designer does. So we will clarify it. The third thing will be, and most important, because many of you I can see are UI UX students or UI UX designers, why exactly this UI is not enough in today's job market. We will see that. Next one is why exactly product design matters. Like when see UI UX design to product design is a journey. It's not like two separate streams. So you became a junior designer to UI designer to product designer. Why exactly this journey matters? That is something we will discuss here. Then this part is absolutely interesting. We will have a product breakdown. I'm giving a spoiler that we will understand a product feature, how exactly in a company a particular product feature gets introduced to execute it. That entire journey we will have as a fantastic storytelling. So be there, it will be an exciting session. And the last thing will be your career roadmap, because obviously most of you have joined, or maybe all of you have joined to have something more bigger in your career, or more promising in your career. Because in today's AI world, a lot of things got automated. How exactly you will make your career through life, that is something we will discuss. So I guess expectations is already set that if you are a non-designer, you are a product designer, and you are a UI/UX designer, all of you can be here in this particular meeting. But if you are already a product designer, you may find it already something that you know. So in that case, feel free to discontinue. So guys, agenda is clear. Can I get a quick yes? Okay. All right. I'm getting enough yeses. So let's move to why we are here. See, guys, most of you, whoever, at least I can see many of you are design student or graphic design. Most of you, or almost all of you, once a promising career and higher salary growth in your life. So when you are just a UI designer or a graphic designer, we will see what exactly it is. But at the same time, we will also see how a UI/UX market is suppressing that the skill that is there in the UI/UX is not getting enough. How exactly this product design workshop will help you, that we will see for the entire course of action. So the main thing is a 25,000 per month a designer and a 2 lakh per month as a product designer, how exactly their work and their life is different. What exactly they do in their daily life to make it different. For see, be it a UI designer or be it a product designer. At the end of the day, they are working for any particular item or any particular project or any particular product. But how their work scope defines their success and defines their strategy, position, that is something we will decide today. So the experience is not at all the only thing which is like which guarantees your success and which guarantees your career path. The major important part is strategic upskill. How exactly you want to have or you should have the entire process of the journey where you will upskill yourself for whatever is required in today's market, that we will learn. So whatever we will learn today will help you to get an absolute better job. And as you will get a complete career path, that where you should move. So be there, have patience, because I can see many of you are already a UI/UX designers. So the first few slides can feel boring, but even if it feels boring, when we will move to the product design, if you are existing UI/UX designer, you can relate those things. So have patience, be there, because when we are having this workshop, we have to consider every person whoever is there in our with us. So many non-designers, many UI designers, or many graphic designers. So we will take everyone throughout the journey. So first thing is, who are these designers? This is I already explained. Any people, like for particular this course of action of this workshop, any people who are using or who are designing for any digital interfaces where people can interact. Because you can say, okay, digital interface we use like graphic designer also makes for you like digital interface, right? But in graphics, like poster or banner or these kind of things, you cannot directly interact. For a UI/UX or a product design, you can interact. So that is the exact scope of our design. So these are the two things we are talking about: UI/UX and product design, who work with the digital interface where you can interact. So guys, is it clear who are we talking about? What exactly these designers we are talking about? Is it clear? Can I get a quick yes? What exactly clear? All right. Alright, we are getting yeses. Fine. Next thing, we will understand what exactly people think a UI UX designer does. Can you guys tell me what exactly? Okay, someone said, please repeat again. Okay, we were just setting up the boundaries. What exactly our course of action and expectation? Who are we talking about as a designers here? Because I had explained that in the industry of design, it can be any designer, graphic designer, UI designer, product designer, and product. We can also mean these kind of physical products as well. So anything like this mouse. So any products can be considered as a product design. But in our particular workshop, we are just taking whatever digital devices or the digital interfaces are, like mobile screen or laptop or desktop or smartwatch, these kind of devices, and also those designs with which you can interact. Interact simply means you can click a button, like in the phone pay, you can pay. So you can interact with it, and using those interaction, any kind of job is getting done. So we will talk about these kind of designs. So Utsav, is it clear? You asked me to repeat it again. Is it clear? If can I get a yes? If it's clear for you? Okay. All right. So what exactly UI/UX designer does? Can you guys write what exactly UI/UX designer does in the chat box? Like whoever you are UI/UX designer, you can tell what exactly you do in your daily life. Or whoever you are the UI/UX students, I can see many students are also there. Can you tell what exactly a UI/UX designer does? Guys, quickly write in the chat box what exactly UI/UX designer does. Or you guys are doing nothing as a UI/UX student or what? Focus human experience and design accordingly. Great. Design mobile as UI is user interface and UX experience. Yeah, that's fine. But I'm asking what exactly you do. Like if you are in the industry or if you are a student as a UI designer, what exactly you do? Research and UI development. Fine. UI designer understand the user problem and solve it. UI designer designed an app. Just design as per okay, design mobile app and website. Okay. So as many non-designers are saying just about design screens, understand guys, these are the things people think that okay, we have to make when we are a UI designer, they just make beautiful screens or interfaces or they are just being creative or something. I am very happy that many of you actually have the right answer and not just okay, it is just making looking good screens and these things. So let's see what exactly they actually does, which many of you have written. Then understanding users and their goals. Because when we are talking about UI UX, the major part exactly on this as written, solve the problem of the user. Exactly. When we are talking about UI and UX, our main term is user. Make app and website which is easy to use and nice to look. Absolutely right. So in both the cases, we can see that we are focusing on users. What exactly will be benefited for a user, like design creates digital products. Yeah, it is fine, like visually appealing and easy to use, but exactly what are the things they do in their daily life? So let's understand whatever is written here one by one. You have to collaborate with the team when you are in a company, or even if you are a freelancer, be it multinational company or small startup, you will always have a team of designers, team of testers, team of stakeholders. You will have an entire team which you have to collaborate with. You have to research and analyze what users want, users need, users goal, users pain point, whatever products you are trying to make or whatever product you are trying to design. For that, there will be an existing user market because most of the applications in today's world are already there. We majorly make modifications and make improvement. Blinkit was already there before Zepto came, right, guys? So it's not always, or most of the cases, it's always that existing apps are already there. You will have to find out why exactly users are not using it or what exactly their core features, which is why the users are already there. So understanding users' pain points or behaviors or core concepts like their pain points. These kind of things as a UI/UX designer, you have to understand, and based on that, you create wireframes or user flow. These kind of things you do. Now, as I have seen, many people are there who don't have a UI/UX background. So I will just quickly summarize what is better written here. Information architecture is what all information you will have in one particular screen. Like if you are making a mobile screen, what exactly you will have in a home screen, what button you will have, what kind of text or information you will get. These kind of things we mention as a part of information architecture, like which screen will have what. And based on those information, we create a user flow. Like if you are going to Flipkart, you have a specific goal, right? You have a goal to buy. So when you have a goal to buy, you need to have a specific flow. You open an application designed with a full visual appearing product with full user base. Exactly. Exactly. So when you as a user going to an application like Flipkart or whatever it is, you are always working in a particular flow. You are opening an application, you are checking the products, you are checking whether the product is absolutely all right for you or not. You are making add to cart, you are going to the checkout button, and it's done. So when it is done, your journey ends. This entire flow is called user flow. So I guess user flow is clear. Wireframes. Wireframe is a basic building block. When we start with ideation, we don't jump to the final screens. We make a basic layout using some shapes like squares or circles or cross buttons. This way, we make up a basic understanding of the how the UI layout will work and how the user will see it. You can show the wireframes to user as well, but many times it can be confusing. And the last part, when the entire process is done, you have created wireframes, you have created the proper high fidelity screen. High fidelity means anything which looks exactly like a working application. Prototypes, where we create a functional links, like one screen to another screen, like whatever we use an application. We click on add to cart button and we go to the task page. We check out. These flow are from a development point of view. But in the design also, you can create these things. So obviously, if you are a UI designer, you already know all these things. But I'm telling all these things for someone who is a graphic designer, who is a non-designer, as many people you have said, for those things, you have to know that these are the things that we learn as a UI designer. So we ideate, we research, we find out the problems, we make a basic layout from wireframe to a final screen, then we link them as a prototype so user can use it. Even if the data will be dummy, user can use it. After using it, the last and most important thing is user testing. When you build, when you develop, or when you design an application, you need to have a proper user group who will test your application. When you are designing it, you are designing from your own point of view as well as whatever you have researched. So when you have researched, you already know that you have received some of the insights. So when you have received some of the insights, you have made it accordingly based on user's need. Now, after you have done, you have to check it whether the user have like like users are absolutely okay with the application, whatever the flow is there, whatever the UI things is there, whatever the things you want to highlight. Can users see all these things? That is something you have to check, and for that we have a user testing. Usually there are different methods. It can be like user interview. We can give users the link of the prototype and user can like use it and we can verify it. There are several ways, but the main purpose is for iterative design. We will check what exactly user is saying and we will make the modification according to it. That is the entire journey of UI/UX design. From idea to the problem to research to creating screen to creating the prototype to test and again go back to the circle. That is exactly how a UI/UX designer works for their entire life. Guys, is it clear? Can I get a quick yes? Can I get a quick yes? What exactly UI/UX designer does? All right. Now, again, someone had already pointed out that okay, I may be going very slow previously, but I'm telling guys, many of you I can see are just UI/UX students and very low, like people who are UI/UX designer but not a lot of experience, and many people who are also there who are absolutely non-designer. So as I am taking care of all the people, I will go slow. I will go in a pace where it won't feel boring. Design sprint, yes, you can say design sprint as well. You can also say the entire thing as an iterative design process because we always have a design iteration. We ideate, we create, we test, and based on the test results and the feedbacks, we again have an iteration for multiple iterations. Let's tell again about UX design. I understand UI design. Okay, see, if I talk about UX design, it's a user experience. What experience you are having. This is a code. Okay, so here we have multiple applications. You use Flipkart. Okay, I'm just conversing with you. Let's say, Srinjay, tell me, you use Flipkart? Just type quickly. Yes. So when you are using Flipkart, you have a specific goal of ordering item. So for ordering the item, you follow a particular flow. You go and open the app, you search the product, you check whether the product is relevant for you, you add to cart, you select your address, you pay for it, then you buy. This is an entire journey. And these all steps create an experience, like how smooth the item, like the entire journey was. Did you find the relevant item, or you are searching as a shirt and you are getting the relevance in the feed as pants or any other things? So whether your experience for a particular goal was relevant or not, that entire thing combines is user's experience. Is it clear now what exactly UX is? Like how you felt while using the application. That's the simplest form. When you are interacting with the digital interface, which is user's interface, when you're interacting with it and you have a particular goal to complete, are you able to complete it or not? Also, are you able to complete it smoothly or not? That entire experience is user's experience. Right. Is it clear? Just tell me quickly is it clear or not? Then I will move to the next slide. Specifically, is it clear? All right. Fine. So next thing, which we already have discussed in a brief, we are again seeing in a roughly way what exactly the key processes in a UX journey. If you have a journey as a student or when you are working as a UX professional also, what exactly your journey is, UI design, shortly, whatever is there in the digital interface, whatever is there in the digital interface like mobile, laptop or whatever is there, anything you can see. Interface means the screen, that is called interface. Anything you can see in the screen, that is UI. Then some UX principle. UX principle are different concepts of what exactly the UX concept should have. When you are designing an application, you need to have some basic principles. Like things should not be a lot cluttered. Things should have a proper hierarchy. Things should have a basic standard of typography, the color contrast, the tint, tone, shades, all these things. And for the UX principles, there are different laws, like how there should not be a lot of things. The delay, the user feedback when you pay using Google Pay or Phone Pay after payment, You get a phone, like through the phone pay, Google Pay, everywhere. You get a success screen. So always show feedback to the user. And okay, if you have performed that like action, you have paid or whatever it is, show them what exactly the current feedback or current status is. Is it processing? Is it done? Is it success? Is it failed? So user can have a clear understanding. So these are more like an unspoken rules or some are properly documented laws. These are the things we always have to focus. So these are US principles. Next comes wireframing. As you can see in the icon itself, we use some boxes or some different shapes to like map what exactly is like how exactly the entire device gonna look like. These are wireframes. Then comes design system. Design system is a very important topic, at least nowadays in the like world of AI. If your company or wherever you are working for doesn't have a proper design system, or well, you will also work for any client or any freelancer. If you don't have a proper design system, your work will be in mess. You should always have a proper design system, and the design system must include typography to color tokens. It should include whatever types of buttons should be there, all the components, variants, each and every single reusable item and the design standard should also be there in your design system. So this is a very important thing that is called design system. Next is component, which I already mentioned in the design system. Component is a very simple thing. It's a reusable element. Like suppose in the Flipkart entire screens, we see a same kind of yellow button or blue button. So the same design style is repeated. So we create one button as component and we use it as a variant in different places throughout the journey of the design process. So what exactly happens? If tomorrow I decide to change the font or change the background color of the particular button, I'll change in one button and the entire all the buttons will be changed. That is the best use of components. Then comes responsive design. Again, very important topic. Listen it very carefully. Uh, can you guys tell me which device you are joining today's meeting, today's workshop, whatever it is? Can you tell me what exactly device you are using? Laptop or mobile phone or desktop, whatever it is? Write in the chat box. Laptop, laptop, Android, phone, mobile, laptop. Okay, laptop, mobiles, Android, mobile 5. So many of you can see that we use different devices. Now today, if I want to create an application or if I want to design an application, website or anything, I will always target to have all these kind of users, whoever is mobile user, whoever is tablet user, whoever is desktop user, whatever user it is, I will always want that everyone should be able to use it. That is the basic flow. So for that, we have to create a design that will be responsive. Now, what is this responsive means? Responsive, if we break down the word responsive means any design that respond based on the design size. Whatever is the screen size is there, be it mobile. If you open it in a mobile, it is the mobile screen size. If you open it on a desktop, it's a desktop screen size. So based on that size, your design should always respond itself. It should automatically resize. Resize doesn't mean it will shrink. It will restructure its element. If you open Flipkart in desktop and if you open the Flipkart in mobile web, you will see a significant difference in the structure and the layout. That is called responsive design. You don't create a completely different design. You create a design that will be absolutely responsive for all the different screens. That is what responsive design is. Is it clear, guys? These topics, if you are UI designer or existing designer, it may be very easy for you. You already know. But as many of you are a non-designer, so specifically for you guys, are you understanding what these topics I am explaining? If no, just clearly say no, I will re-explain. These are very basic and foundation of the entire thing. So can I get a quick yes or no, whatever it is in the chat box? Yes, yes, understood. All right. So, what exactly next? Prototyping. I explained prototyping. You have multiple different screens in any website or application. When you have all these screens, you have to connect it because this is not a developed website or developed application that it will function. So for that, we have to manually link it. That okay, if I click on this particular button, it should open the next screen. If there is a checkout button, it should go to the checkout screen. That is something we do using prototypes. So it is simple once it is linked between the screens. Fine. And the last thing, because we are talking about your UI UX journey, in your UI UX journey, main important thing is the portfolio. Shreyashi, that means responsive design is a design will visible in three types of devices, not like mobile, tablets, laptop. Yes, it is, but it is not limited to all these things. Because if I talk about it, tablet screen can have different size, mobile, laptop, all these things can have their own different size. Your iPhone size and my Samsung size, or maybe your laptop of Apple or my laptop of HP will have a different screen size. So it is not stick with three exact sizes. It is any size is there. If tomorrow, okay, very interesting. Many of you use split screen, right? You have a desktop, but you use split screen. That is not a desktop size, right? That's a split screen. That's a very random size. So in the split screen, there is a particular size. So when we are having any size of the screen, my design should fit into it. That is the basic concept. So yes, you are somewhat right. It's a three types of device which mostly we use, but the size is not the fixed thing. Whatever the size is, it should be responding to that particular size. Clear, Surya? I'm absolutely happy that you are actually responding with genuine questions. And whenever you are having this kind of doubts, very, very good. Now, portfolio, as I was talking about, I will just give a brief about what exactly portfolio you have to have. Whenever you are having a portfolio, the basic thing, obviously, your details, and if you have work experience, you will add a work experience. If you haven't, you don't need to add it. But the major part, it should be there, is your work as a form of prototypes and as a form of case studies. Case study, simple way is it's a basic service between response and adaptive design. Responsive design, where we have one particular design where it has a specific layout and it changes its layout based on responding. In adaptive design, we hide or remove or omit different items. Like if you open Twitter in the desktop and in the mobile screen, you will find entirely different layout. You will find an entirely different layout. Means if you open Twitter, you will see in the right side panel the people you follow or some should be followed. These kind of screens are there, but in the mobile screen, you don't find it at all. But if you open Flipkart, you will see all the things just in a different layout. So, in major sense, when we change those layouts, it is mostly like responsive design. When we adapt based on removing or omitting or including different items based on the screen type, that is adaptive design. Now, again, these are a static definitions. Many people, when you work in the design industry, you will find many people using interchangeably these terms. So adaptive design based on adaptation on the screen size, you can find it. As an actual knowledge, these are the two distinct definitions. But many places, even in internet, even in a company, you can see, okay, make the design adaptive for the different screens. You can hear these words. Don't get confused. The major concept is there, but if someone is interchangeably using it, it's not much of a problem. Clear, Sundar? Sundar, is it clear? All right. Now, as I was talking about portfolio. In the portfolio, you need to have, I want to know how to create US portfolio, no more than US portfolio. Yes, for the US portfolio, that is the case study you need to have. Because see, when you make a UI portfolio, you not only create for UI or specifically for US, you create for both for what exactly you have built in the UI. Because see, UI and US is a combined thing. It's not separately exist. If you make just one screen, that will be UI. But if you make an application or make a website, which is a functional website, you have to follow the UX principles as well. So it's not a separate thing. Who asked this question? Shambhu. So understand, when we make a portfolio, we explain our entire journey. Like if suppose we make an task tracker, we make a food delivery application, we make an entire ERP system. ERP is the highest concept, like enterprise resource planning. Actually, that's a application which are used in the industries. Many of you may know it, many of you don't. It's fine if you don't. But the thing is, whatever we build, there is always a UI parameter, there is always a UX parameter. For the UX parameter, how exactly we have built it, how exactly the UI look, and how exactly the UX feels like. What are the user flows is there? That is something you have to mention. So if I give a brief about your portfolio that should be there as a UX portfolio that you have mentioned. Okay, Shambhu, can you tell me maintaining this roadmap how to use AI in this field? We will come to this AI. There will be an exciting part for this AI. But Shambhu, can you tell me any product that you have built or designed? If no, you can say no. I will give them my example. But if you give your example, it will be more helpful for you. Shambhu, can you please write it? Like, did you make any application or like design any application or website or anything? Yeah, can you name it, please? Like the time, what was it, the application? Otherwise, I will take my application. One online fish delivery service. Great. When we are talking about fish delivery service, that's a very unique concept, by the way. Fish delivery service. I'm just assuming how it works. It may differ because obviously you have built it. I don't know what exactly the app functions, but I'm thinking fish delivery is something where you deliver the fish like a food delivery application. Correct? Like you can order fish and you get it. Is it correct? Shambhu, it's a raw fish delivery service. Great. All right. So when we are talking about these kind of delivery services, how when you are a UX designer, many people do what? You create a screen where you can order it and all these things. Can you please guide us that which AI tools we need to learn or use for UI first? Yes, we will. We will go to the AI part as well. Let's go step by step. We have time with you guys. I don't think many of you guys are in hurry Saturday. So just have patience. We will go one by one for sure. Now, for the thing that you have mentioned, yeah, delivery application. When we talk about UI/UX design, we usually make for the end user. But if you want to leverage your level, you need to have a basic understanding or the highest understanding of who are the users. It can be uh, fishermen or the people in the market who deliver the fish. It can be riders. It can be people like us who will use to order the item. It can be developer system. When you will work in an absolute industry, I'm not talking about very small level company where they have just basic type of skills. Any mid-sized to product design companies like fan-like companies, Meta, Google, or PhonePe, any whoever has a product, when you are a UI designer, you have to understand about all different kinds of people, whoever will use it, be it rider, be it the marketplace people who will sell it, be it people who will buy it, When you are a UI/UX designer, always focus on all the people. Your screens should not be limited to one particular user. That is when you understand, okay, you have reached a level, and those are the things you have to mention in your case study. The rider face these problems. Users who are buying face these problems. Seller face these problems. What are the things that are there in the exact? Because see, again, I don't have a lot idea about this fish market that you have made. I hope when you have designed it, you have made a thorough research. You should have the entire idea of the market, how it works. So based on that, whoever is the potential user, build for all of them. If one user is taking you 1 month, take 6 months, but build or design a proper application of all the users. That is how you can succeed, and that is how you can stand out. That no, because most of the people design for the genuine users. Which if you see online portfolios, you will find all the people are designing for this kind of online food delivery application for user point of view. Everything as a user who are buyer. But users are not limited to the buyer. Users are limited to the seller. Users are limited to the riders. Users are limited to the organizations. Always think about all those points who are there as a user and mention that in a case study. Again, it's very difficult to discuss everything in a 2 hour workshop. If it is very much required, we can again have workshops on those topics. You can, because you are submitting it, you will get probably a QR at the end where you can like give these concepts of data, whatever queries you have. There you can mention if you need a more detailed workshop on any of this particular topic. But I'm giving a very short brief what should be there in the case study. A mandatory thing is your problem statement, what problem you are solving, what exactly your market research is, what exactly you have found out in your market research, what exactly your solution is, and the final thing is what exactly the outcome. Now, if your data, like if your application, you are working in a company, you have made something, you have delivered it. After delivery, you got real data. You can give those data that okay, the revenue increased from 4% to 15%. These are the actual data. But if you don't have such data, because when you are a student, you are moving from one background to another, you won't have those leverage. Still, it's fine. You have people around. You ask them to use that application and give them whatever their feedback is. And then analyze those feedbacks and write their feedback in the format of what is the outcome. Did we clearly do it? Can they use that application properly? Is there any particular feedback they are specifically saying that they need, which is like in industry, it happens with absolute real users. Here you will do with the people around you. You have your family. Ask them to see your design. So that is the entire thing you do. Now tell me whoever have asked this question, whose question was it? Shamil. Is it clear what exactly you need to have in your portfolio? Shamil, can I get a yes or no or whatever your feedback is? Yes. All right. Now, guys, this is the most important question. How many of you think that only UI/UX designer is enough? Type yes or no in the chat box. How many of you think becoming UI/UX designer is enough? Not enough. No idea. Please guide. Okay. That's an honest answer. But no idea. Not no ideas. Okay. Shubhankar, Vishwas, no ideas. Guys, before we come to this particular part, let's have a small quiz, I guess. Whatever I have taught you, there will be one question and you have to answer it. Yes, this is the question. Yes, you can. Yeah, sure. So, guys, before I move to that particular section, that whether it is enough or not, because many people of you were asking about AI, what exactly AI tools we should use. Okay. Okay. Shubhajita, you got one question. Do you want to address it? Rishita, your question will be taken after. How to change the address? Okay. Your question will be taken in the next time when Shubhajita takes it. You just ask the same question. Okay. Let's come back. As many people of you were asking regarding AI, what exactly we should use AI tools. Now, can you people tell me how many of you have any AI tools in your design process? Whoever said don't know, it's fine. Whoever have used any design tools, whatever you use on a daily basis, or sometimes you have used, can you give me the names that you use in the chat? Guys, can you quickly write on the chat? Stitch, Cloud, Firmament. Great. ChatGPT, Gemini, ChatGPT, Cloud, Gemini, Stitch. Okay. Great. So I guess very few people have written it. So probably many of you don't use any of the AI tools, which you should, at least for inspiration, you should. Guys, ChatGPT is good, but for UI UX design and product design, it's absolutely close to not relevant. Let's see our live demo. I guess that will be much clearer for you guys. Okay. I was excited for this live demo. We will use an AI tools which is Stitch actually, and we will give a prompt and it will create an entire application design. At least we are taking type screen for right now so that you don't stretch lengthy. How many of you are excited? At least those people should be excited whoever was asking regarding the question of AI. Whoever knows is absolutely all right. For other people, let's see this. Let me present my Stitch. Which tool it is, guys? What is the name of the tool? How many of you know what is the name of this tool? Stitch. Okay. It is written already there. Now I'm taking one prompt which I had already written. That is also generated from ChatGPT. The topic is create 5 screens of a banking application. I haven't mentioned any description. I haven't mentioned any details. I have just mentioned that ChatGPT has provided me one prompt. This is Google Stitch. I'm just pasting the prompt. Sure. This is the entire detailed prompt. Many of you just go to ChatGPT and ask for details, but you also need to know how to ask for ChatGPT for any of the details, because how you ask for the answer, that drives what ChatGPT's output is. So the more detailed and specific thing that you want, you need to mention it. This is a detailed prompt. No need to check what is written here. Just check what Stitch gonna do in less than 5 minutes. Let's see. Okay, till it's generating the screens, let's guys tell how many of you missed the form because the gift is very exciting. I'm telling the topic. It is based on the design system, something regarding that. But what exactly it is, we will reveal it after the end. And you already know design system, how crucial that particular topic is. You can see it is exactly doing like a designer. It is bringing the five screens because I have mentioned to make five screens because this is the thing I had asked him to five product ready screens. Let's see what exactly it does. But whoever haven't filled the form, please fill it because without the mail or the number, it would be difficult or it will be absolutely impossible to send the gift. See, I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing absolutely anything. It's automatically doing whatever it is doing there. And just see how much time it is taking to design the entire application of the 5 page. Now I have limited it to 5 page. You can make it 20 pages. Is this used to generate editable apps with design system, etc.? Yes, it is editable. You can edit it here using prompt. You can edit it here using your manual edit. You can click any particular item and edit it. Also, because Figma is the most industry standard tool that we use for UI design or product design, whatever it is, you can export it from to Figma and edit it there as well. Is it clear, Vaishakhi? And also, by the way, design system, yes, it provides the design system as well. All the typography and color sections it provides. Can we get the record version of this webinar? No, this webinar is not recorded. How much I know, but I will contact with the but this is not recording version, so you have to pay attention for the entire thing. Okay, guys, how much time it took? Not even 5 minutes. Just see the quality of the screens. Just see the quality of the screens. Some problems are, could you please explain what design tokens are? Design tokens are a basic concept of typography, colors, like whatever core things of our entire design. We have reusable buttons, we get cards, we have a specific set of typographies, we have specific set of color schemes like brand color. Okay, I will tell you. Brand color or like the accent color, tertiary, primary, all these colors. So whatever the core part of a building block of any particular application, like Zomato, it has a specific red color, it has a specific hex code. For typography, it has specific items like what will be the font family, what will be the font width, what will be the font size, what will be the spacing, what will be the grid, what will be the layout. Each and everything that should be followed from first to last in the entire design. These individual things are part of design tokens. And in total, this entire concept is design system. If you use chat stitch, you will also get this design system also. This is the basic concept of design system. Again, this is not a very elaborate design system, but this is what it is. You can use it pretty much okay with. See, these are the colors, these are the typographies, these are the different buttons, primary button, secondary button, inverted button. There are other buttons as well, disabled button. It doesn't generate everything, but it is a basic structure of how a design system should look like. Then check the screens. How detailed it is. Obviously, it is there are some alignment issues. If you see this recent transaction got till the end, you all is also at the end. There is also some alignment problem. This good morning, Alex is going at the top. But tell me how much time it would take you manually to generate or design all these five screens. Just write in the chat whoever is the design. I'm not expecting, if you are a non-designer, I'm not expecting you to tell me. If you are a designer who has experience, who don't use AI, tell me how much time it will take you to create all these five screens. Guys, incredible is fine. Obviously, I haven't done it. Can Stitch have done it? 3 hours, 15 days. Sir, how to get the Stitch website? Search on Google and download from Figma. I will tell you. This was someone else's question as well. I will tell you. Almost 5 hours. Thank you for informing me. Okay. Guys, how much time? How much time? Right. I also want to see. Almost 5 hours. Okay, so first thing is obviously you have seen this that how incredibly easy it is to generate a basic screens, and these are not even basic screens; these are quite a good standard screens. So I guess this is almost a very good understanding of that question: why UI UX is not just enough. Just see the quality of the design. Each and every single thing, whatever is required from which bank, transfer fees, what is the total amount, confirm or pay, what each and every single thing that you can see in the banking app, entire thing is present here. Now imagine if Stitch can do it in just 5 minutes or even less than 5 minutes, how critical your life will be if you don't use AI, these kind of AI tools. And this is not just one, the same thing, or rather, much better website is there. That's called Figma Make. Many of you use Figma but don't use Figma Make. I have no idea why, but it should. How to import it in Figma? This is the process. You can export it. First, you have to select whatever the pages you want to have, and then you can export it to Figma. This is the thing. So try it out, guys. I'm just showing you the details, but always better to try out yourself. I will introduce it to you. If you export it to Figma, you will get a zip file and you have to import it in your Figma. There is an import option in Figma. Just import the Fig file there and it will get the editable file. Now, many people ask where to get the Stitch. You can simply Google Stitch, like in the Google, type Stitch, it will open, log in, the direct interface of that chat will come. There is nothing to make inside Figma, there is nothing to download, it is just in the browser. Plain type Stitch in your browser, you will get it. Is it clear, guys? Now tell me how exciting this was. Whoever was using it already, definitely already know it. But whoever saw it for the first time or have seen it but never used it, tell me how exciting it was. That you can generate these this AI is amazing. It also helped to make website. Yes, this is because see, I had selected application. Now let me show you. It is a good question. See, this I had selected app. If you select web, sir, once again tell me how to import in Figma from Stitch. Okay, I will for sure. If you select web and give the exact same prompt, it will create for the web. So yes, we can make for anything. You all now can we make it for tablet and all these things? Right now, no, we cannot. But if you make it, yes, by the way, if you make this particular thing in Figma Make, I'm not showing it in Figma Make. I showed it in one particular tool. There are several tools, Figma Make, V0, Lovable. By the way, Lovable, you can build that tool as well. It is just a screen designing. In Lovable, you can literally build the entire application. It will be functional application. I'm telling you the name, just explore it. You can use it however you want. So if you use this web section, this particular thing, it will create the website. And where we were, in this particular section, Srinjoy, if you go in the export, first you have to select all the screens. If you select one screen, it will be one. If you select press shift and select multiple screens, you will get multiple screens, and you have to just export as Figma. So if you convert it, it will download a .fig file. A .fig file can be imported in Figma using import section in the Figma. If you go to Figma and in the design section, you will see one section called import. So you can import these files there. Is it clear, Sanjay? Now, if you do it, you will understand it. Because telling it may not be able to understandable for you, but if you do it in this process, you can import it in Figma. Is it clear, guys? For both Srinjoy and Shambhu, I'm very impressed, but because you guys, at least you both of you guys are interacting a lot, that is so good. Is it clear? If it is clear, then we will move to the next. Everyone, is it clear? Utsav, you have raised your hand. Do you have any question? Okay. So, is it free to use Google Stitch or paid version? Google Stitch is absolutely free. Figma Make is paid. Lovable is also paid. V0 is partially paid. Figma Make is, I won't say absolutely paid. If you pay, you will get 3000 credit per month. You can use it. Or if you use free, then you will get just 500 credit per month. So for trying it out, it is absolutely good. You can. Otherwise, Google Stitch is more than enough. Now, guys, tell me, if AI can create all these screens in 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes, what is your future according to you? What do you think as a UI/UX designer? What will be your future? Just write in the comment. Many of you are UI/UX student as well. So when you are learning UI/UX, you need to also understand what will be your future. When you are a UI/UX professional also, you need to understand what will be your future. And when you are a non-designer, want to move in the design field, you also have to know what is your future. Now tell me, according to you guys, what is your future? Just quickly write in the comment box. Do you think you can survive? Do you think you will be replaced by these AI tools? Or if you don't think, then no, it cannot. What is the exact reason you feel? Guys, I'm not getting even a single answer. Do you think you can survive? Yes or no? No, sir. We won't. If I can combine my thinking with AI tools, I think I can. Okay. So make sense answer. Maybe. Okay. What else? Guys, if 49 people are there, only few people, like 5 to 10 people are responding. Where are your other guys? Roaming around or having chips? Guys, pay attention because this is a very important session. This is just the half of the sessions. We will now start to the product design part as well. That is more exciting. Now, as you guys are asking and interacting, the session is getting more longer, and it's good. If you can be there, I think it may be challenging in future. Yes, it is. Guys, our problem solving skill is the one make us survive. Exactly. But how many of you use it? No, AI can't completely replace designer. Great. AI can't completely replace, but surviving as a UX designer can be little challenging these days because AI. Okay. It's a mixed opinion. That's absolutely great. Now, understand one more thing. When we talk about these kind of AI tools, as one particular person have mentioned, let me name this Shamini. Our problem solving skill is the one that will make us survive. Guys, that is the most important thing. That is our ability to think. If we, as a designer, just using the repetitive task, AI can easily replace you. You are using the same buttons, same design standards, same typography, and someone is there who is telling you what to build. Your design manager, your product manager, anyone. Whoever is there is telling you what to build, and you are just executing the task. You need to understand you are easily replaceable by these kind of AI tools, because many of you are saying that AI doesn't have all the strategies and speed. That is the main part. But most of our UI/UX designers, whoever is a student or whoever is there in the industry, in most days, we don't ask these questions. Many of you don't even have the answer why you have built it. And that is the main problem. I am designing a screen and I don't know why exactly I have to one particular button. How I will survive if I cannot even answer that my design has all these points and it is because of this. That is the highest level of incompetency that we will achieve. And AI with this level of work, and this is just 2026. Now imagine how rapidly it grows. In 2025 or 2024, most of these things were not even there. So within 1 year, the progress is such intense. And when we talk about our future, we don't talk about our next 6 months. We plan for our next 6 years, or maybe we plan for our entire career. So if you want to have just a UI as a career, only that part, you can see that it is already trembling. Is it? Does it making sense, guys? Yes or no? Just tell me. I will move to the next part then. Did you understand what exactly I said? Is it making sense to you? Okay. Now, as we have already seen the live demo, let's go back to our slide again, because we have already seen the live demo. The next more important question is what more to be? AI is not run automatically. They need command, and if humans don't enough knowledge about this topic, they can't fulfill our demands. Not exactly. I will give you the entire detail from. I will request you or ask you use text, give write just one single line. Make 5 screen for a banking application. No UI explanation, no QX explanation. You will still see it is creating good enough of thing. And whatever you are mentioning, that knowledge, human have enough knowledge, but as a UI UX designer, how much knowledge you are using? In most of the cases, you already have someone above you who is guiding you or who is instructing you what to make. You are executing it. You are the designer. You are not the owner of that particular product. As a decision maker, there is a team or there are other persons who is asking you what to make. And that part is the problem. When will you take that decisions? Now, yes, some of you, if you are working in a mid-sized company or a small startup, you may got that leverage that you are UX designer, still you are making some sort of decisions. But that is completely based on the company's size. In actual industry, when you are a UI designer, you just execute a task. So the major question is what more to be. And the important thing is a product designer, which we have already told. Yes, our agenda had already said that we will talk about product design. Now, before explaining how product designer actually work, I want you guys to attention. I want you guys to tell me these questions, whether you know, like whether you can answer these questions or not. How the ideas comes to product designer to know this product will be helpful to real users and solve the problems. How the ideas comes to product designer to know this product will be helpful to users and solve the problems. First of all, when you are a UI designer, you already work with the user. We will come why the product designer is required. Before that, I will ask three questions. Then I will explain why we need this product designer and what is the core difference between a UI designer and a product designer. Then we will have the most exciting part of the entire thing, because if you guys love problem solving and if you guys love storytelling of how a journey works in a company or for a product or a feature, you will love it. But if you don't like problem solving and long storytelling, you may find it boring. So, Vamshi, I will take your question, but before that, answer my questions first. So, these are the questions. Many of you are designers, many of you are non designers. I'm just asking for whoever are the designers or at least design students. You guys are designing things for people. Can you tell me whether your designs increases conversion or not? Can you tell me that? How do you know that whether your design is increasing the conversion or not? What is the process? By the way, are you clear what exactly the conversion means, or should I explain what conversion is? Do you know what conversion is? Please explain. No. Yes. Okay. No. No. Okay. I'll explain it. The question means, in the form of a product, conversion means whether the user is fulfilling our goal or not. Means what is the goal of the Flipkart? To make the user buy the product, right? So are the people buying? If someone is buying, and user interaction. Yeah, but how exactly you decide whether it is increasing the conversion? Again, I'm explaining the conversion. Conversion means whether the user is doing the job that we want them to do. As suppose I am a product designer on Flipkart. My goal, yes, more customer purchase. It's a particular thing for any finance section part. In a generic way, whatever the goal of the particular website or application is, if the user is fulfilling it, they are getting converted. That's interesting. So, how will you know whether your design decisions are converting, or whatever the goal was, it is fulfilling the goal? Do you have a particular way to do it? How many of you have, or how many designers do actually, after designing, you designed it, you submit it. After that, do you guys verify or check with your team managers or whatever people are there in the analytics? Do you check with them that whatever I have designed, is it actually working in the industry, or how much impact it is bringing? Because we don't design for fun. We design so that user use it, so that business profit. That is the most important part. User is not the only parameter of an entire business or entire product. When you are talking about UI UX designer, you are just focusing on users. What about all other things? Okay, before answering those things, let's move to two other questions. The one problem statement matched with the goal statement. Yes, exactly. That is the conversion. When no problem statement matched with the goal statement is not conversion, because problem statement can match with the goal statement even when we don't have any user. Conversion is completely based on the user. When user complete the goal that we are setting, that is when conversion happens. So it is not the correct, absolute correct answer. Shamlu. Next question. Can you explain which feature should not be built? Whenever you are a UI designer, the most important thing that you guys do is tell how to design it. You never question, should we even build it? That is the most important question in an industry of a product. That should we build it or not? How many of you in your career, design career, have asked this question? That why are we building this product? Or why exactly we are building this feature? Have you ever asked this question? Just say yes or no. Or you have just executed whatever was told to you. That okay, do it, I'm doing it. Tell me, yes or no. Did you ever ask this question? Yes or no? Guys, it's a just small yes or no question. Answer quickly. We have a lot of more thing to pending. As you guys are interacting a lot, I am stretching it. I am explaining it in more depth way. No, you guys have never asked this question. So you need to understand that these are the main focus questions that everyone should answer. Can you measure success after launch? Again, another important question. You have designed it, you have shifted it. You shift it to the whatever the developer team is there. The developer team built it. Then what happened? It was your design. Developer is working based on what you have designed. What exactly happened? You have worked with all the effort that you have given with a particular purpose. So you need to know whether your design got fulfilled or not. So have you ever measured the success after launch, or have you ever tried to contact or tried to know did my design succeed or not? Maybe you want to improve the checkout experience of the user. You got from your whatever manager is there, success measures and KPI metrics are same. Success measures and KPI metrics are subset. Like KPI metrics is one part of the success measures. It is not the entire thing. So yes, it is part of the success metrics, but it is not the entire thing. Clear, Vaishali? Because key performance in KPI is key performance index. KPI, if I say, what are the main purpose we are setting based on which we will judge? That is actually the answer of it. Answer of this particular question. So very good. But whoever don't know, understand, these are the questions you have to ask. Please understand. I have already shown you just few minutes back that Stitch can generate it. And even you are seeing that okay, it comes to heat maps, to user click stops, and scroll to measure the success. Yes. Some people I can see them, it means you have used it. But many people who haven't used it, you guys need to understand. If you are using Google Stitch, it can literally generate it. It can generate even based on your instructions. But what next? That Stitch don't have the understanding of your business. That Stitch don't have the understanding of your market. How exactly you are communicating and understanding that entire business of the product, entire process, whether the developer can build it. Anyone can suggest a feature. Can developer build it in next quarter? Quarter means next 3 months. Can developer build it? Can whatever resources we have will be enough for building it? If we have built it, launched it, is it success or not? All these questions have to be answered, and that is the most important part. So if you don't have these questions in your mind while designing it, please understand you are just doing a repetitive task which is easily replaceable by AI. Now, as many of you said that okay, instructions are human given. Yes, instructions are human given, but a design that you are taking for 3 months, 4 months, or maybe a few weeks, just with instruction, it can be done by Stitch. And You are not giving the instruction. You are getting the instruction. Are you deciding that? No. You already have, if you're in a proper industry, you already should have a product manager or a product designer or a team manager who are designing. So what is the difference between you and the stitch? You are getting the information, you are designing it based on whatever instruction was provided, stitch is doing the same. Tell me, is there any difference? Yes or no? If yes, give me the reason. Is there any difference between your current design process and stitch design process? Give a clear yes or no. Guys, make it quick, please. Make it quick. It's just a yes or no type because we have still a lot more pending. You are 48 people are joining. Where is your answers? Yes. My question was, if you think it is different, what exactly different? So if you are saying yes, can you guys tell me what exactly you make different that Stitch cannot replace you? Because my question was, do you think you are different than Stitch? If you are saying yes, what exactly the reason? Can you name some? Why you think Stitch cannot replace you? I think I can get idea from Stitch or any AI tools, but AI cannot replace entirely a designer. That was the question. Why do you think it cannot? What is something you do that Stitch cannot? That was my question. Because if you do, that's great, but I need that particular answer. So, if anyone idea is generating from my brain, but then as we saw it has alignment issues. Do alignment issue you can fix it in 5 minutes. And if you make the prompt proper, like okay, just tell another thing, fix the alignment issue. It will align the thing. AI can't deliver what user thinks. Dude, if you can give the AI all the answers, that okay, AI user need particular these things. It depends on the prompt. Exactly, it depends on your prompt, and your prompt is based on what are the informations it has. I think all the AI can make design interface, but AI can't beat UX. Okay, it doesn't have the deep context and strategic problem solving. Because I know the design part, I simple prompt can't generate quality screens, but a designer prompt can. Mhm. Quality. Okay, great. I can interact with the user. AI can help us with the design process, but understand design and user behavior is still something we as designers bring to the table. Is the question, how many of you decide these things in the actual company? I know that is the designer should do. But whoever, I'm not talking about whoever is not designer. If you are a designer, how many of you decide what to build? Tell me how many. Just say I. Because whatever you are saying, that is absolutely correct. That we designers are supposed to decide. But how many of you are actually deciding in the industry? Are you deciding? That is the main question. Because if you are not deciding, then it can be done by AI. Because you are also getting the instruction from someone, AI is also getting from the instruction. Are you the people who is generating or who is creating that instruction? Tell me guys, yes or no? Are you the people who I get the idea from Stitch, but the client want another style of design in the content, so we need changes on my idea, on my own idea, and again to use the prompt to Stitch. So something changes, changes Figma. Yes, that is the exact process. What is your name? Yes, Acharya. Okay. Acharya, understand what exactly you are doing is exactly one part of the product design, that understanding and deciding. So you are not just working as a UI/UX designer, you are deciding about the product. So based on these discussions, we will understand about a product story. But before the product story, we have another short quiz. Based on whatever we have explained in this product design part and the tool, we have this particular quiz. Decision is depending on users validation. Exactly. Decision is depending on users validation. Guys, write in a simple way why you guys think product design is important. Whatever I have explained so far, or whatever knowledge you have, just tell me, just tell me what exactly you think product design, why it is important. Merge the gap between options. There is no option. This is just your answer. This is not an MCQ question, guys. Improve users experience. You are killing user. You don't want to elevate after the user. Mhm. He he has an experience. He just don't want to elevate himself. Yes. So this is the answer. A user-centered thinking without business-centered thinking builds products that the companies cannot sustain, which is almost all of your answer. That when we just talk about a product, when we don't focus on what exactly the business entirely needs and talk only about the users of the product, then that particular product cannot sustain. Because only what user needs, what user wants as the most highest priority, even that cannot be given sometimes. That we will see in the next story. So this is the scene one. We have 10 scenes. Each scene, let's first give a brief. There is a company called Zyka, which is a food delivery company like Zomato, Swiggy, these kind of companies are there. Here we are taking one particular feature, how that feature got like decided to develop it to what was its market impact. So as a product designer, you have to be there the entire journey along with your product manager, or if it's a small startup, maybe directly you will be under the CEO. So this entire journey from how a feature is explored to it gets shipped and the analytics, that is something we will see in a 10-slide story. Now tell me how many of you are excited for the story. This is the main part of understanding the entire journey of a product design. Like this 10 slides summarize the entire thing, what exactly a product designer does in their entire daily journey or entire product journey. How many of you are excited? Just write in the chat. Let's see, guys. This is a story. Shango is writing O. I don't know what that means. Okay. Getting yeses. Guys, are you feeling bored or something like that? Because the amounts of chats you guys are doing, it doesn't look like you guys are excited. If you are not, have some water and also have fish, because if you are not excited here, trust me, this is the career you will have. You won't enjoy it. If you don't enjoy problem solving and solving these business ideas, if you don't enjoy these kind of paths where you decide what to do, you just don't execute someone else's goals, then trust me, this career is difficult for you. So let's get straight to the story. First theme is talking about product discovery. How exactly a particular feature get discovered. Now understand. First, we are talking about a support ticket. As I have already mentioned, that this is a food delivery company or any particular product or applications, you get a support option. So in most of the days, the company is receiving a support ticket where it is saying that we are trying to place a bulk order, but we are not able to, and we have to place separate orders, including separate payments. This is a particular support ticket they are getting. That is exactly how a decision starts. We check what are the problems of the users. Then comes PM, who is the product manager. They ask whether is it real or loud, what that term means. See, when your application is bigger, your application already will have a huge users. So whatever those users are talking about as a feedback or in the review, is it a very small number of people? Is it a very big chunk? Is this particular problem faced by a huge number of people? These kind of things is relevant. So that's why the product manager's first question is, guys, is this particular thing real? Is it relevant? Is a huge number of people ordering? So for that, we have this. What exactly we have? The same thing when we have a UX also. We make our own market research. Then this is the data that is coming in our market research. We can see that 4% is the order count and twice is the order value. What is this 4%? In a food delivery application, when we are talking about group orders, then group orders people, which is the support ticket from there we are getting the data. That is the count of the 4% of the total order value. If 100 people are ordering, only 4 is ordering as a group, which is a very low order. But the important thing is what we can see that 4% order value for the individual order, it is almost that twice the order value. Twice the order value means the amount of the order of that particular groups individually is twice. Guys, again, I'm giving the disclaimer. This is like we are explaining business problems to make feel bored. If you have never participated in any kind of problem solving discussions, if you have never participated in your companies, you just got instructions and you built it, and you don't like these kind of things, you may feel bored. But understand this, even if it's boring, this is the future. This drives the career. So even if you are feeling bored, understand what exactly I am talking in a proper sequence. Don't miss. This 10 scene that is there is the absolute game changer of entire product. So we can see even though the order percentage is very less, like the number of orders, the order value is highly significant because it's almost twice. Then we have that, okay, market research is done. Let's have a user research where we will talk with the people who order for the group or who order for the individually, whether they are willing to order in this group. So we ordered 8 people and 6 of them are saying, okay, yeah, we are absolutely okay with this group ordering. But 2 people are giving a significant reason that I would never trust colleagues to pay them back. When you are group ordering, one person is saying, so when one person is saying in the 5 people group, they have to take the money back from the rest of the 4 people. And we know our friends never give us money back, right? It's a pretty common thing. If my friends take money for anything, they won't give back. I don't have that expectation that they will give me the money back. These 2 people are also saying the same thing. That I cannot trust my colleague to give me my money back, which is a genuine reason. So when we talk about a product, these are very common problems, but we have to address it properly. That this is a UX problem and users real life problem. This is not something regarding the application. What happens next? This is how a product discovery works. So what exactly we saw in this particular slide, that a small chunk of people, but an important chunk of people are facing one problem regarding group order, and based on users interview and based on the business understanding, we can see that it is a significant thing, but there has a one bottleneck that if one person is paying for the entire group, it can be challenging because he has a personal problem of getting his money back. This is how we discover a problem. Let's go to the next page. By the way, first scene, if after each scene, I will ask you to tell me whether this particular scene is clear or not. If it's not, I will re-explain it. Tell me, guys, is it clear or not? Girish is giving thumbs up. No. Someone says no. Wait. Just a second. Who said no? Soviet part. Soviet, can you tell me which exact part is not clear, because explaining the entire slide is a bit difficult because we have to hurry up as well. It's already 2:30 and we have 9 more scenes left. Can you quickly tell me what is you are not understanding? So we please quickly make it. Can you explain in total in short? That helps good for me. Fine. Here we are talking about there was one problem that people cannot order in group. Even if they are ordering for a group, they have to place the individual order, individual delivery, individual payment. They are frustrating. So we took a market research whether this group order is valuable or not. We can see the number is less, but the order is significant because the order value, the price is higher. And we are taking the user interview, and user is saying out of 8 people, 6 are saying yes, we would absolutely love it. 2 people are giving a genuine reason that I don't have any problem to group order, but I will have a problem to ask them, like ask my groups or colleagues or friends to give my money back. 5 people ordering for 500 rupees, 100 rupees each. One person is paying 500 rupees. He has to pay rest 4 people 400 rupees, right? So these 2 people are saying, I have the problem that I cannot, like I won't get, my friends won't pay me back. That's the problem. Clear? Okay. Then comes the next slide. This is how we find the opportunity identification. How exactly we understand whether we have an opportunity or not. Now we got the market research, we built our case that okay, we have a huge higher value, even though the numbers are small. And is it because most of them are office users, if the location is stable. It's not someone is ordering from some random places. Based on that, the question that PM or head of the product can ask, what is the size of it? Like if we make these things, what is the exact market growth or what is the exact market size? But they don't have the answer because they have researched it. So when they don't answer it, meeting is over. Because these are the most important things. Because when you are a UI designer, you saw a problem that user is facing, you immediately try to solve it. But you have to understand, can we give our like significant resources in that particular problem? That is something they need to have. So they are doing cohort analysis, market research, sizing, and survey. Let's understand what cohort analysis is. I am trying to wrap it up in a very small, simple way because it's already a late. I will simply explain. Cohort analysis simply means grouping people or users based on some chunks. Like whatever time they are ordering, you can see in one particular area, many people are ordering either in the afternoon section of the lunch or at the dinner sections when they're reaching home, maybe in the IT sections. Okay, so we are making these groups. So this is one from lunch and one from dinner. Or maybe a huge chunk of people order for veg or non-veg. Or a huge chunk of people order cold items or hot items. So whatever based on the topics, when we group the particular users and understand them, that's what called cohort analysis. We have to understand what the market size is and survey. We have already done it. Based on that, we are seeing that opportunity is actually real. This is a 40 crores of incremental GMV. This is significant. This is gross merchandise value, which simply means what can be the potential total sales in multiplied with the sales value. This is again, these are business concepts. Understand how it works. No need to understand these individual business concepts. When you study about it, when you learn about it, you will understand all these things. We are taking an overview of how exactly product design works. So in the C2, we are understanding the market. Is it big enough? If yes, we will proceed. That is the summary of the C2. Is it clear, guys? C2 clear? Type a quick yes. Guys, why is it one or two yes, man? You have 41 people are there. Yes, fine. Then comes next. This is a product strategy. Let's see how in depth we are discussing, how in depth we are thinking about a product. We are not at all focusing on just the user. Then comes product strategy. So when we talk about product features, we don't talk about features that are irrelevant. Like, should we give the group orange or dark mode? No, we don't compare these two. Because when we talk about a product feature, we talk about that are relevant, that are related to each other. Like when we are talking about group ordering, what can be a significant difference? In an individual order, suppose I am ordering for 5 each, in each of the order, I can take 30 rupees. I am getting benefited as a business. But the moment I am making it as 5 people ordering in group, I cannot charge again 50 for or 30 for each. I have to charge one delivery. So in the finance group, they will challenge that if you implement it, it can have a potential loss. So in these kind of scenarios, we do these kind of experiments. That if the market size is significant, the order value is significant, and it has a potential improve like increase in the order value, we can reduce the delivery charges or we can give delivery discount as well. That is how we strategize a product. That there can be, in simple way, there can be two conflicting ideas for one business. That this particular idea can hurt one section and profit another section. In such scenario, we ship it and then we test it, whether that gets successful or not. So that is the written same squad, same quarter, but only one thing can be shipped. That is how product strategy works. That we have a product and we allocate different people from different sections and then we run for the competence, whether this is valuable or not. Same thing clear guys, we are discussing what to build and what to not build. What are the difference between two or multiple sections? Is it clear? Yes or no? Again, I'm not even expecting that each and everything can be cleared because this is a very in-depth understanding. If you are getting the overview, it's more than enough. It is way more than enough because each and everything you will understand, I'm not even expecting it. Then comes feature prioritizations. Which feature to build? Check this. Invite friend, shared cart, split payment. I had told you that many times we can see that from a user point of view, we have one particular feature which is the most important. In the user interview, what was the most important part? That few people, like that is the only objection that many people or few people are seeing. If we group order, maybe our friends or colleagues won't pay me back. So the best solution what? You can decide as a split payment. That there will be one order and that order can be shared to all the people and all the people contribute to their share in one order. Order is one, but 5 people can share their money in the same. So no need to have one person to change others. Like, okay, tell me when will you give me my money back? Right? You don't need to. But the challenge is the buildability. Anything that we are deciding, this is the difference between a UI/UX designer and a product designer. The UI/UX immediately will say, yeah, make the split payment. That is the best thing for a user. But can we build it that easily? Just see the data. Invite friend will take time of 1 week. Share cart just 2 weeks. Split payment will take more than 6 weeks. That's a significant amount of time. So if we are talking about a quick feature, for any kind of quick feature, we cannot include a split payment. That is the main problem. Why? Because for a split payment, you have to have RBI compliance. You have to have payment partner integration because there have to be a payment partner who will accept split payment and you have to integrate it. There can be refund flow problem. Suppose one person's payment is got failed. What will happen to the other people? 5 people are paying, 4 people got successfully paid, 1 people failed. So these kind of huge problems comes which a developer have to address. No one is saying it cannot be done, but it cannot be done in a short span of time. So what exactly happens? We built it, but we built it without the major important part, which was scripted. That is the saddest part of the industry. So many times when you are a UI designer and you propose a design solution to make it and your team don't make it, you get angry. That's what gets written. The designer hates it, the feature shows without its best part. But we have to understand that in many cases, we don't have the choice. Even if we are talking about the user, we have to understand just understanding the user is not enough. Can our team build it? Can it be like you cannot control RBI compliance, right? What RBI has rules, you cannot like modify it. So these kind of restrictions always drive things. Guys, this is the part of the scene four. How many of you find it interesting? How many find it understandable? Just type in yes. If not, say no, I will re-explain. Just type a quick yes if you are understanding what exactly we are talking about. This is a flow. Okay, understood. Alright. So comes next screen. Insight. I am still trying to quickly wrap it up, but understand these are very core concept and product design is a very vast topic and very crucial topic. If I more quickly make it, it can be difficult for you to understand. So my main purpose is even if it takes 5 more minutes or 10 more minutes or half an hour more, I want you guys to understand it properly so that it benefits you to know which career path you should choose and which it's very difficult for AI to automate or to grab. Now, before we go in the market, we always have to have a success metrics, which one people had mentioned, I still remember KPI. That is not the only thing. In this particular thing, we are taking a success matrix that 15% of the multi-item office orders has to come within 90 days. Means at least 15% of the orders has to come. And those orders have to be at least 1.8%, like 8 times above the solo orders, means individual orders. In simple way, that group order, people should use it and the people should order a huge value. That is the main thing. That is our success metrics. What is the guardrails? Guardrails means what should be there or what must be there. But the solo order must not stop. That is called cannibalization check. Cannibalization check is a concept where we talk about that whatever is a new feature, don't kill our existing profit or existing feature. So this new feature should not lower down the a significant number of the signal solo features. That is what it is talking about. Then these support tickets of these group orders should not come because obviously if we are using or designing based on the support tickets and after design the same support tickets again are coming, that means that is not orderable or that is not useful. So kill criteria is a concept that if the product is not success or that particular feature is not success, we will stop it. Because see, whatever feature you are building and using, it costs resources, building time, development time, running time, entire thing is there. So if it's not profitable, it doesn't matter to be there. So kill criteria means if the adoption is 5% and less in 90 days, means 5% of people or less people are using it, then we will stop the feature. That is the easiest thing. What is success factors? Based on these discussions, everyone signs it. Now, nobody can move the goalpost. Like we have our specific success metric. What do we mean by the success in our particular feature? And based on that, we are proceeding. Is it clear this particular slide? Clear, guys? Same fact clear, guys? Tell me, is it exciting? Is it something new that you are knowing? I know many people felt bored. That is why we had almost 40, 45, 50 people. Now it is just 38. But it is okay. If it is exciting, if it is something you haven't done, that is something I want to deliver. Because I genuinely don't want same concept of what is UI, what is UX, what is Figma, how to make the screens. That is not relevant anymore. And just understanding of few AI tools won't solve your problems. It will. It will help you. Absolutely. But if you are absolutely dependent on just those AI tools and not understanding what exactly the business process is and how to do beyond UI UX, because if you just know UI UX, you can see that majority of the things will go off track because you don't know whether that will be profitable for the business. And only understanding user doesn't matter if it doesn't have the business. Guys, still, so it can be boring. Please pay attention carefully, even if you are not understanding few points, it's absolutely okay. This is just the beginning of your journey. So, after some months, we can see that the growth is like immediate after launch, we are seeing the growth increases in Zyka. Zyka is the company name. But there is a catch. The design manager is saying group ordering has talked about the growth. So whatever this feature we added, the concept of growth ordering, group ordering, that had the impact of the growth. But CFO is saying, see, all these are posts, don't think about that. Someone else is saying, how do you know? Because at that same time, like maybe these are the data on 1 week. Let's take it. Then after launch of the item, that particular feature, within 1 week, we are measuring it. And we are seeing that group ordering has contributed. But group ordering, how it contributed? Is it the feature that we did? Or we ran a campaign? When you ran a campaign, ad campaign, paid ads, many people are sick. It can be that those campaigns are leading to the more order. Or they are saying we entered two new cities, new two cities we have entered. So it can be those new people are coming. It can be festive season because the more order. How exactly we are understanding the growth? Company growth can come from different places. When you are a designer, how are you saying for sure that okay, my decisions and my design and this particular feature is contributing to the growth? For that, this is called an attribution trap. That there are many things that is happening in a company. If you people are working in a company, or when you will work in a company, you will see it is not that we focus on one particular feature. There are hundreds and tons of things that happens in one particular time. So how exactly we decide or exactly impacted? For that, we should have a feature metrics. Again, these are very brief, these are very in detailed topic. Like one slide can be taught for an entire month. That is how big these topics are, and that is why these are such an important thing. Because we are having an overview, we are quickly covering it up. So what kind of metrics are there? Group post creations. We were talking about growth. Growth is the total thing. But we can measure how many of people or how many groups have ordered. We can take the data. We can check the inbox conversion rate. Inbox conversion rate means group, but they are not checking out. That means they are filling, they are not converting. But if we can see that after this group feature, those people are actually ordering. That means it is converting. These kind of value, whatever kind of value that is directly related to that group feature, we have to bring it. Can average conversion rate is not 100%. It can be 90%.
it is directly contributed from the group orders. So, in simple way, there are so many things that drive growth. We have to find out those metrics which can stronger our point that yes, my feature had contributed to the growth, not any other thing. Check these data. These are the things that have contributed to why growth, to this particular company's growth. That is something you need to have. Then comes the next thing, business metrics. Because when we only focus on business metrics like GMV, which I mentioned, or retention rate, whether the customers are staying there or not, these are a group feature. Group feature means, see, understand, if I talk about very generically, if I talk about company profit, you are talking about company profit as a whole. You are not talking about any particular feature. So these kind of business metrics is not relevant when we talk about a feature. We have to always feature metrics. We have to always use and prioritize these feature metrics when we focus on a specific feature, not a collective feature, campaign, ads, and everything. Don't go by those group things. Always go with those specific things, which is based on the features. That is how we decide. So this is the honest answer that we can see. We now have the data. We can stand our point that yes, we can see these group orders in this 1 week of period time have successfully increased it, which is this significantly. And that is how we measure success in a short span of time. But mind it, in a short span of time, because the next slide is the game changers. Now, till scene 6, how many of you understood? How many have any? If you have any doubt, write it down. Tell me, did you understand it? Guys, we have 4 more slides. We have to quickly wrap it up. It's already 3. Guys, don't get bored. No need to get bored. These are the future. Trust me. If you can't feel excited, I genuinely don't know what to say, because if you don't go in these kind of fields where analytics, understanding, problem solving are the most important thing and you are not enjoying it, it will be very difficult for a career. Because whatever repetitive, low maintenance task is there, it is easily replaceable. Right. Even though these ESS are very small in numbers, you guys are 37 people are still there. Let's move to the next one. Then comes product analytics of a broad period of 1 month or something. Here we can see a very significant fall. That adoption rate is 7%. Our target was 15%. Adoption rate is just 7%. So it is above the kill line, which is 5%, means the feature can be there, but this is not the growth what we had expected. But we already had the significant growth in the first week, right? What exactly happened in the longer run? Let's see the problem. Funnel dropout, 40% dropout, means 40% people are not using that same group feature. Why? Users are saying why. Users are mentioning that one person is paying for the whole group and they are not getting paid by their colleagues. You remember, this was the first problem that we had addressed. This was the first problem. Still, we said development time will be there. That is exactly how a company works. We most of the times takes a trade-off. What exactly we can build, what exactly we cannot, and what exactly will go for a longer run. Here we can see that in the longer run, this particular feature is missing, and that is having a heavy cost. So the real problem is not a UI UX problem. The real problem is a physical problem that users are not able to collect their money from their colleagues. So a senior designer approach it in this way that before blaming the UI, understand what exactly the problem is. So here, any button or any UI is not the problem, which you guys majorly ask. Oh, maybe this button has a problem or something like that. It's not. In many of the cases, a real life problem is the actual problem. Then comes the product decisions making. How we make the decisions. Guys, theme 7. Was it clear? Can I get a quick yes? Please make it quick. We have to wrap it up, man. All right. Now, so we have seen it that one particular missing feature is costing us heavily. That's split payment. So what exactly we are doing? There are two people. Designer is asking, then bring the particular feature back. But CEO is telling, no, bring the 10% offer. Now understand, we have already failed once. Still, the CEO is saying that is exactly how a practical life works. If you feel that you will show a CEO or a higher people that see, guys, there are data. You have failed, and you think that they will agree. No, every people in the I think maybe not user friendly, not cost effective, bigger processing procedure availability in the market. No, guys, I had given the exact data from the survey. Yes, these can be a feature problem, what you have mentioned, but I have given you the data. To know whether these are the problems, that is what you have to do the user testing. The analytics data was already there, which includes the user interview. So there we are saying is that particular split payment is the problem. What exactly was written there in the previous slide? That users are not able to collect the particular money. So what users are facing a problem is already taken from them. None of them said the user friendly or cost effective is the problem. Okay. So this is the problem. When you are a UI designer, you mostly think about always UX problem, a UI problem. You never go beyond it. And that is something we have to build. The habit of going beyond users. We cannot just stay till if you think about these problems, you know what will happen? You will make some changes in the UI and submit it. You will do okay, I have made some significant changes. I will not see attention. Again, you will see the same problem, same drop. Again, you will make some changes, again you will until you are making yourself understand that okay, no matter how difficult it is, but let's find out the actual problem. Your design will never be successful. It can be in such kind of prototypes, it can be successful. But in an actual market of a product, it can never be successful. So please pay attention of this particular thing. That you have to go beyond this user and user flow, user journey, and all these things. So my take was here that always you won't see a linear progress. You see a failure, you know the reason, the CEO will move. No. Many times the higher authority don't like to acknowledge their problems. They always try to cope up. There can be good CEO, there can be good company who acknowledge it. But in a real life, you will feel or you will get very challenging with them. Whoever is working professional here have this experience. If your boss, your manager, your CEO is a messed up person, they will never accept their problem. So we have to agree on it that yes, this can be. When you are working professional, you will have all these kind of people. For that, how exactly we deal with it? This is the smarter move. We don't say no, I disagree. You have failed, follow my rules. We set a boundary that we will run a discount for a particular period of time, and if that discount don't increase our revenue in the significant amount that we want, then we will not proceed with it and we will break the split payment. That is how you talk. You never you see when you are in a company, you don't have that authority. If you are not the highest person, You don't have that authority to go beyond your CEO. You have to make them understand how we will validate their points. So, okay, bring discount. But if your discount fails, then the last thing will be the split payment. That is how you position yourself and it gets approved. If your CEO or the manager is not that bad, otherwise, if they are that terrible, then maybe it won't be approved as well. So it all depends on company to company. So no need to think about if your luck is bad, then you will face these kind of managers in your life as well, who will never understand the problems. But in a generic scenario, this is how exactly it works. So 4 weeks later, we can see just 4 point increases as a drop off, which means 27% drop off increases to, and 31% is hold out. So that is 4 points, which is a significant degradation. Means whatever we were expecting using that 10% of the discount, drop off happened, which is why the next step comes is split payment, because that is what we had agreed on, right? If the discount doesn't work, we will go to the split payment. And this is the exact flow how a company works. You decide on something, you decide the success metrics. If it works, it stays. If it doesn't, it just simply go out. Till saying it, is it clear how exactly a company functions? Guys, is it clear? Again, I'm repeatedly saying it can be boring, but I cannot help. This is the future. Honestly, AI is not only the future. AI is a support. You cannot make just the AI as your future. If you don't have anything to spend with the AI, you will be easily replaceable. Trust me. And just learning those bunch of 5 tools or 7 tools from random places in AI or seeing some bunch of YouTube videos will never help. If you don't move the career where AI still has the time to reach, your career won't be future proof. So these are the things that are teaches that data shows the problem and how exactly we propose a path, how we communicate that how exactly we will drive, and then comes the design decision. This is the entire process, how it works. This is the C7, which is growth optimization. This is a very different topics of how exactly we optimize the growth, how exactly we measure it. There are different frameworks for it. I'm not going into that details because these are bookish level concepts. But yes, we have to constantly understand how exactly growth is optimized. I'm just giving you few examples. I'm not telling you all the things like just the name of the frameworks. I'm just giving you examples. For this group order, we done 4 ways. One is home screen banner, which is mentioning that there is a group order option, which gave 2% adoption. Next is success group in the more than 4 items in a cart. We are messaging them that there is a group order and use it. If you use it, you will get a delivery discount. Third is push notification, and fourth is coupon. Get 100 rupees off in your first order. Every one of them has their good and bad side. First to give a good result because it is giving us steady output. While the moment you are adding more than 4 orders, even if that is not for 4 people, if it's for you, you are still getting that group order because you are eligible for it if it's more than 4. And when we are using this 100 rupees, we are getting paid. Why? Because it's a one-time thing. User won't retain. When we get these kind of coupons, we pay for once, we get the coupon, we don't come back. So this is how we make analysis. We ran multiple different things and check what is more successful. Whatever is more successful, we keep it. Rest of the things we discard it. This is exactly how growth optimization works. And yes, there are in the backend flow, there are different frameworks, RISE, Rice is the name of a framework. Pirate is a framework name, but I'm not going to explain all these things. These are bookish knowledge. Understand how it works because this will be the entire different long sessions. This is scene time. We have one more scene left. Then we will understand about the career growth. Guys, tell me, is scene line clear? Just quickly tell me. Is it clear? All right. Then comes our last slide. What is the business impact? These are the business impact that is there after 1 year. We had a target of 11%, but we have still achieved a good amount of 11. 50% we have achieved 11%. We had somewhere around 40 crores of expectation. We have achieved 19 crores. That simply means whatever we expect is not necessarily will come same as it is, but it can still have a significant growth. If it wouldn't, we would have discarded it long back. So this is exactly how the entire product flow works from start to end. Now tell me, did you understand the entire thing from scene 1 to scene 10? How was it? Was it good? Was it exciting? Was it boring? Just give me your feedback. Then I will move to your careers. Exciting? Guys, I spoke for 10 slides. Now I need also some feedbacks. Great experience. Can you tell me that whatever I just taught today, at least in these 10 slides, in the first slide, I can understand if you have background for UIs, it can feel boring. I understand absolutely. But these 10 slides or how exactly you as a designer should approach a product, is it something you knew right now? Like, is it something new that you learned today? Yes or no? Just tell me. Great. If yes, can you share the PPT file? Brother, if you are paying attention, I don't think you need the PPT file. But still, there will be a support team. You can contact them. If they want to provide, they can provide. I don't have any problem with that. Uh, in the last slide, there will be a support team options. You can talk with them, whatever the things you have. But guys, if you are genuinely interested in this particular 10 slides, understand these 10 slides are not even 1% of product design. Which tool for used for PPT? But it's just Canva. It's just you have to give a lot of effort to create the slides because obviously these are individual concepts, so we have to place it properly. Now, the most important thing that I already said, these are not even 1% of product design. There are so much things in the backend which is way beyond UI UX. So, if you are genuinely interested, you already know which career path you should take. Let's move to the career growth. What are the three options? These are the three options you have. I'm showing you the ones so you can see entire thing properly. As many people you are there who are beginners, who don't have any experience of the design, who don't have industry experience, who don't have any kind of personal experience in product design, that is absolutely okay because you are just a product users. Many people I have seen here, some of you have obviously left, and it is absolutely all right because if you don't feel interested in a 2 to 3 hours or 4 hour presentation or workshop, this field is not for you because this is not you will just go make some exciting Figma screens and design using AI. It's not. in most of these parts, you cannot even use AI. Because if you use AI, half of the things will be mess. Because AI will give you the generic context. AI doesn't have your business context. It will be mess. So a huge part of the things can feel boring. It is absolutely okay. If you are excited about the problem solving, this is your career. So if you are not a UI UX designer, first thing obviously you have to be a UI UX because it's not like UI UX or product design. This is a journey. You are a non-designer. You first become a user experience or user interface designer because first you have to focus on users. Then you will focus on the business. That is exactly how it works. So after you focus on the user, then you focus on the business. So your journey begins like this. And you can see these are the very early level. Can you please tell me how I show product design skills in portfolio? The thing is, when you talk about product design skills in the portfolio, the main part comes not in your portfolio, major part comes in the interview. When you talk about the people with the interviewer and explain in these details, that is one major important thing. Second thing comes in the outcome. I had mentioned in the very beginning that in the portfolio you have something called case study. In the case study, when you are making a product, if you don't know what kind of analytics you should follow or what kind of process you should follow after designing, you just design it, you left. Or at max, you said, I know many of you, I have also have recruited many people, I have taught many people. Most of the people give fake data in the outcome section. That okay, my product has this much amount of retention rate and all these things. Dude, when someone is there in a hiring place, they know these are bullshit. When you know about product design and these kind of concepts, you can actually measure the impact. That is the important thing that you can add in your portfolio, in your case study. Second thing, in your case study, when you talk about all these things, you just don't make the screens for the people. You make screen for the business as well. If I talk to a UI designer, make an e-commerce platform, they will make for the user, like a buyer, like me. They won't talk about the screens that the management needs, that the Flipkart itself needs to manage our orders. When you talk about product design, you will understand what they need as well. That is the thing you can show. Like, see, in my e-commerce, it is not like any other random e-commerce platform where you are just making screens for the users who are the buyers. You are making screens for each and every single user from business to everything. That is how you stand out, and that is noticeable. Is it clear, Vaishali? How you will show your product design skills in your portfolio? Great. That comes the next part. So if we are talking about product designers, these are the screens where you can see many kind of product designer job posts where all these kind of skills are absolutely required because you have to work in a team. And when you work in a team, these kind of concepts are absolutely required. And if you talk about the salary growth, I have told you just 12%, 15% LPA, these kind of 6 LPA. But in an actual, with just 2 years of experience in a particular industry, this is just one company. Just get the money. And you know why? Because the company knows these are the fields that AI cannot easily replace. Some of you already told them. So few people still know, but I don't know why you guys don't choose these kind of careers which cannot be replaced. I'm not saying cannot be, but at least not in the near future. That is for sure. Because these kind of concepts of how exactly we decide as a human that human capability is not. Yes, you can use AI for the research. All the data I am showing, you can find out using AI for the market research, but from your own research of the company and deciding what is value for the human empathetic way. That is something is absolutely required. And this is the salary. This is the average salary is 40 to 50 LPA. It can absolutely go higher. In fact, I'm not even showing you. If you just check in your mobile, Paytm, PhonePe, banking apps, these kind of people, product design pay 80 LPA. This is the career promising you get. But yes, if you just talk in the UIs, it won't happen. It absolutely won't happen because you won't have any sync between the actual business need and the user need. We'll always talk about irrelevant point, which doesn't even make any sense. This is the thing. Now you can say, okay, in the world of AI, maybe what is the exact growth of these things? Many companies, many domains, many jobs are going down. Let's see what is the percentage. All of you people use Figma. If you are an UIS background, all of you use Figma. This is the highest, most like used item. Check their data. 47% of the hiring managers are saying it has increased significantly hiring, where half of the market are going down. Their analysis saying 25% is minimum in 1 quarter and in overall 47% increase. So if you think that, okay, will this career be promising? Will there be a job or not? What exactly will happen? Just check this. This is the official data from Figma where it is showing 47% is increased, which was last year 24 or 25%. So after coming AI, this recruitment goes more higher. It didn't just become less, it became higher, 47%. That is exactly how important this particular field is of product design. So this is the almost end of our discussions of this particular product design. But the main question still remains, from 5 years from today, who do you want to become? And the important question out of this is someone who still waits for instructions, or someone who can ask that what should we build next? Tell me which one you want to be. Someone who still wait for the instruction what to build, or someone who will drive what to build? Write in the comment. Who do you want to become? Second one. Sobi doesn't even have time to write it full. I can speak for whole time, but okay, it's okay, no problem. Who shapes the product? And what about rest of the people? You don't want to become anything? Guys, you don't want to become anything? 35 people are there, 3 responses are there. Initially, I want to focus on designing the screens, and later I want to move into product design. That is the thing you have to do, because if you directly want, you cannot become a product designer. You have to go to the path. So if you are already existing designers, you can move to the path of the product designer. If you are not, then definitely you have to be a UI designer then. Then you have to become a product designer. So tell me, give me feedback how exactly this entire thing was. How exactly was the session? What did you learn? Guys, the session is not end yet, so don't leave because there is last part from Shubhajita and he will guide you how exactly you will receive the gift and what exactly the gift is. That will also be revealed. So just don't leave it right now. First, give me feedback in the chat. How was the session? How exciting it was? How boring it was? You can also mention that. What is your feedback? Just quickly write in the chat. It was quite longer. Yes, it is quite longer because the topics are a bit lengthy thing and you guys also interacted a lot. So I had to re-explain many things and I had to over-explain many things as well because uh, a huge part of people are non-designers.
Yes, only.
Very interesting, useful, very insightful, great. The session was really good and I learned something new from it. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, because this is a very huge topic and covering it in 2 hours is a very difficult thing. I was genuinely nervous, honestly. Because I still have so many things left to explain. But again, it's just a 2 hours. I already stretched it for almost 2.5 hours. Mhm. Yeah, that's worth it now.